A very good afternoon to Zimbabwe and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. What is surprising and interesting is that there is a section of ZANU PF people who have now joined the cause for change in the nation of Zimbabwe after the third term bid announcements which were made through the slogan 2030 Tinengeti Chipo. So Wulu says, do not give up on Zimbabwe. This generation was looking forward to being a new independent Zimbabwe. They never knew that the people shall queue up at passport offices to run away from the same Zimbabwe. Raise the alarm. Change is coming to Zimbabwe. Let us unite on social media. So these are ZANU PF people who are actually calling for unity on social media to make sure that change is effected. You know, at the same time, you have to understand that the regime in Harare is hell-bent to make sure that they stop social media, because this is a very impactful platform. Social media does have a lot of impact. The Minister of Information actually confirmed that they don't have control over Facebook, over WhatsApp, over Twitter, that is X, over YouTube, and other platforms like Instagram, Telegram, etc. They do not have any control over these platforms, and no matter how they try to close space for these applications or for these social media platforms, people will still use VPN. So there is no way you will shut down the country entirely from internet for a very long period of time. You need to authorize internet to some extent, and as long as people can purchase data and they can access internet, it means they can also access things like VPNs, which means as long as internet is on, they will be able to access whatever content they want, even the one which is so restricted. We have seen bigger countries like China, Russia, UAE. We have seen them trying to restrict people from accessing certain platforms, but their citizens continue to access such sites through VPN, and they cannot stop it. So, you know, the most difficult thing is to try and stop technological revolution which is happening, and they took note of how AI technology, artificial intelligence, is taking over space and changing things, changing the trajectory, and changing how the media is going to be in the next few years. So this is a great message from ZANU PF supporters to say, let us unite on social media and make sure that we call with one voice. But we need to cautiously understand what is the agenda. What are these people trying to achieve? And unless we have a consensus, then it will be difficult for us to unite on social media, call in the same direction when there is no clear path of where we are going. You know, Nelson Chamisa won the elections, was denied a chance to lead Zimbabwe. And if anything is happening with the ZANU PF, it means the same people who participated in denying Nelson Chamisa a chance will be the same people who will be calling for us to unite on social media to try and remove a dynasty which is about to happen. So they are now seeing the importance of us as citizens now, because they need to protect their own interests. But when we wanted to protect national interests, they left us alone, vakatanga kurakasha, and they did all they could to make sure that they deny us victory in 2018 as well as in 2023. They did all they could to support FARS and other elements which were hell-bent to make sure that we do not realize change in the nation of Zimbabwe. So we agree the issues of unity, and we agree that we need to do something, make sure that we unite and we call on together. We have change in the nation of Zimbabwe. And so the hopes of most of these people probably remained as hopes, and now they're probably on the sunset of their lives. Makes me sad and teary. I wouldn't want to wait and hope. Taking notes from migratory birds won't kill. Okay, so and thank you, DJ Ulu, our mixer. Okay, and this is an interesting piece of info during this John Doe era. Swanze Apple John Doe Madi. Okay. Swanze, now you are in the right basket. Salute. So it said that some people want to get into the right basket when it's too late to do so. And we need to be very careful when we are dealing with such people, because a traitor is always a traitor. It's just that he changes a little when he's in trouble and wants sympathy. But you need to be very careful when dealing with such people and these people. That song is nice, it's cinema instruments, but just the voices. So yes, as the young ones, you have to arise and fight the system. Asibambaneni. That's the spirit in common, unity is power. No politicians to play on us. Welcome on board, Comrade Dulu. Zuwa renyu rekuzvarwa kutsvarasvika. Chimbomira chibaba, you don't have the authority to say that. ZANU PF and ED and kids which is baba. Okay, so preach it Hulu, nothing but the truth. Whoa, I like it when a man looks back, reflects, and do the right thing. This wave of Pachiso doesn't make him weak but strong. Yes, I agree to a certain extent that there is a need for us to have consensus. There is a need for us to agree and unite towards change, because change is the only thing which is going to liberate Zimbabwe. But it must not be half-baked change. We must have change which is going to be popular in the nation of Zimbabwe, change which is going to transform each and every person in the nation of Zimbabwe, not only politically connected people. We need change which is going to focus on education, change which is going to focus on the kind of education we give to our children so that they grew up hands-on. I have been taking a look on how whites have managed to leave inheritance for their children, and they manage it so well. And I'm giving you a case study of Africa. When these people came here, they make sure that they teach and train their kids how to make money and how to preserve money. Those are the two issues. Whites will teach their kids how to make money, how to preserve money. And you see these kids in management portfolios at a very young age. And that is very important for us as Zimbabweans to actually adopt. When you see your child trying to do something you are doing as a father, the next thing is you are banning your children. But the child is trying to imitate what you are doing, because children, when they are very, very young, they learn very quickly and faster through imitation. And we have to make sure that whatever we are doing as parents, we are actually making our kids imitating something better. That is the reason why you see children of corrupt people will be very, very corrupt, very, very ruthless, and very, very heartless, because they have learned from their parents to be ruthless, to be corrupt, and to be violent, and so forth. So this is what we need to cure as the nation. We need to make sure that whatever policy we are going to implement in the education sector is favorable for the people of Zimbabwe. But more importantly, we need to make sure that youth empowerment should be at the center. Resource allocation must be equal across the board, and we must make sure that we use our national resources to benefit the country, not to benefit individuals. Those are the issues we need to focus on. So we have certain people who are saying, okay, Takatorwa Minda, Takatorwa Mamain, Takatorwa ABCD. That is the reason why we are now going against ZANU PF. It must not be like that. It must be a national consensus of saying ZANU PF has failed, ZANU PF Yafoira, and it must go. It must be a national consensus. We cannot talk about change when some people are still saying Pamberine ZANU PF and they want change within ZANU PF. So that is not change. The kind of change we need is change without ZANU PF. And that is going to be something different, because it will mean to uproot the system, the corrupt system which is there. And this is what is happening. And my last message is that thank you to those who are coming on board to support the cause of change. And let us continue to join hands and work towards change. I love you all. Thank you very much for coming. Please keep on subscribing, commenting, and sharing.